Hi and welcome to my first long video of this channel. Thank you so much for being here. Before I start, I want to apologize because as I edit this video, I realized that the lighting is not the best, but I will do better for the next videos. I'm also so sorry and I guess self-conscious about my thick French accent. I really hope it doesn't bother the comprehension of the message, and if it's hard to understand, then please tell me and I will try to pronounce better or improve or something. So before I start, I want to explain quickly what I'm doing here. As you may have seen in the beginning, this is my anti-stress sketchbook. I call it this way because I do nothing figurative on here. It's a Royal Talents mixed media square sketchbook, and here I'm using my Holbein watercolor, but feel free to use anything you want. I activated all the colors because I did not know which one I wanted to use, and in the end I went for purple because it's my favorite color. I taped the edges just because it's easier like this, it doesn't go on other pages, and because you can get a nice crisp outline at the end, but you don't have to if you don't want to. And what I'm going to do on the double page is that I'm going to use the same color over and over again. I'll start with a very light wash, wait for it to dry, then put some more pigments in my water, make another one, wait for it to dry, and repeat until I'm satisfied with the result. This is something very easy that anyone can do, and I think always turns out great. Is very calming and teaches us patience because we need to wait for the layers to dry. Although I must admit I cheated a little bit and I put my sketchbook in front of my heater so it dried faster. And so for this first video, I wanted to talk a little bit about what my intentions were for this channel. I started by doing a one square at a time series that I'm still doing. Thank you so much for sticking around. And at first I wanted every square to be abstract because I wanted it to be no pressure, no expectation of result. But I guess you cannot go against your nature and I still ended up doing some doodles, and I still decided to upload them because doodles too and figurative art too can be low pressure and low expectations. But for longer videos, I guess I will focus more on abstract mark making that anyone can do, but feel free to tell me if you have some suggestions. The reason I want to do this is because it helped me so much in my life. I was in a functional freeze mode for years. I had burnout. Last year I was diagnosed with anxiety and OCD, and getting back into making marks without any expectations helped me. I will make another video about all the ways it helps me and all the ways it can help you too. But for today, what you need to know is that it was very beneficial for me and I wanted to share this with everyone because there might be someone out there that feels the same as me. And I know that I found a lot of peace in watching other content creators thriving on doing abstract work. And I know it sounds weird, but for a perfectionist like me, it felt kind of a permission to create and play again like I used to as a child. Like so many of us, I grew up drawing and never stopped. And maybe some of you noticed, but in my description, there is a link to my other art channel, which is more, let's say, traditional, and it's been abandoned for years because I felt like a fraud. I had no inspiration. I was in a very severe rut. And what brought me back into moving my hands and putting stuff on paper is no expectation, no pressure, no result kind of art, or mark making, if you want to call it this way. And by sharing this journey, the struggles so many of us go through in silence, maybe techniques, I don't want to have the pretension of saying I can teach something to someone, but I want to share. There's something that I learned from my mom that I want to apply here. So I'm French, and French people are known to say it when they're not happy. We are known to make a mess when we're not happy with the government. And I think in general, as a world, we are very quick to express criticism. But since I was a child, my mom told me, hey, we say it when we're not happy. We have to say it when we're happy. So my mom has always been the kind to compliment strangers on their hair, or tell someone that their jacket is so pretty just because she thought it was. And this is something I've tried to implement in my life. And in this idea of sharing happiness, I want to share this journey with you all. And so whether you are a veteran animator for Disney, or you've never held a pencil in your life, whether you want to doodle along with me or just watch, whatever, everyone is welcome here. And I just want to create a little nook of peace and happiness because we need it sometimes. And also maybe because more of my content anyways, the comments never disappoint. There is always someone nice in the comments. There is always a soul to give you like a smile or a nice word, and I wanted to create more of this in the world. And as I take the tape off, I do tear a bit the paper, and later I will focus the camera on all the mistakes that happened during this double page. And it's okay. They happened. They were part of the process. They were accident. Bob Ross would say happy accident. And it doesn't matter if that touch of color was here because I wanted to, or because it just happened to fall on the paper. It's here and it's welcome. I will embrace it. Now, believe me, I know it's easier said than done, but this is why I'm doing all of this too. And if you want to join, then feel free to subscribe and leave me your suggestions in the comments. See you next time.